Exclusive! Tottenham are now being tipped as one of the favourites to sign the Bayern Munich star. Welcome back to Tottenham News Today channel. Tottenham Hotspur have reportedly set their sights on Kingsley Coman as a prime target to bolster their attack this summer, according to CaughtOffside. The French winger is seen as an ideal replacement for Heung-min Son, whose performances have significantly dipped this season. With Timo Werner's loan spell set to conclude and no plans for a permanent deal, Tottenham's attacking options are in desperate need of reinforcement. Coman is widely regarded as one of the finest left wingers in Europe, having enjoyed immense success during his time at Bayern Munich. The Frenchman has amassed an impressive trophy haul, including multiple Bundesliga titles and a Champions League triumph, proving his pedigree at the highest level. His technical brilliance, blistering pace and versatility make him an ideal fit for Ange Postecoglou's high-intensity attacking system, provided the Australian remains in charge for the 2025-26 campaign. Reports suggest Bayern Munich are open to cashing in on Coman this summer, with a price tag of around £37 million. This fee is well within Tottenham's financial reach, especially given the club's urgent need for a squad overhaul. However, whether Chairman Daniel Levy will show the necessary ambition to push through such a marquee signing remains a pressing question. Tottenham's consistent lack of decisiveness in the transfer market has seen them fall behind their Premier League rivals, and another summer of dithering could prove catastrophic. Coman himself has publicly declared his desire to leave Bayern Munich at the end of the season, favouring a move to the Premier League or La Liga over the lucrative offers coming from Saudi Arabia. Alongside Tottenham, Liverpool, Newcastle and Atletico Madrid are all reportedly monitoring his situation. However, Tottenham's attractive footballing philosophy and the opportunity to be a cornerstone in the club's rebuild could give them a significant edge. While concerns over Coman's injury record are justified, his sheer quality when fit makes him a risk worth taking. Spurs have lacked genuine world-class talent on the flanks in recent seasons, with Brennan Johnson struggling for consistency and Son entering the twilight of his career. The Frenchman's arrival would represent a significant statement of intent, but only if Levy and the board finally show the ambition and urgency that the fan base has been crying out for. If Tottenham are serious about returning to the top table of English football, pursuing players of Kingsley Coman's calibre is non-negotiable. Whether this interest materialises into a concrete offer remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: the time for half measures and bargain deals is long gone. Tottenham Hotspur have been linked with a move to sign Jack Grealish from Manchester City. The England international was one of the best players in the Premier League during his time at Aston Villa, but his role has diminished at City in recent years. The 29-year-old has started just 14 games in all competitions under Pep Guardiola this season and has played just 34 minutes in the Premier League since the turn of the year. That has led to speculation that Grealish could be on the market, and Tottenham have been linked with a move to sign him from Manchester City. Jack Grealish's future is up in the air. The Englishman, on his day, has what it takes to win games on his own, but at Manchester City, he is nowhere near the top of Guardiola's pecking order. Fabrizio Romano revealed recently that Grealish could leave City in the summer transfer window, and it will be interesting to see how many options he will have. Reports claim that Tottenham were interested in signing Grealish in January, but no move materialised in the winter window. It remains unclear if Spurs will make a move for him in the summer, but if Grealish wants to go to Tottenham, he will have to do one thing: reduce his wages. That's according to Give Me Sport, who claim that the Manchester City star currently earns around £300,000 a week at the Etihad. Tottenham's highest earner, son Heung-min, on the other hand, pockets £200,000 a week. The report claims that Spurs will be unable to match Grealish's current wages, and the former Aston Villa man, if he wants the move, would have to accept a considerable pay cut, potentially as much as 33%. Tottenham were really keen to sign Grealish from Aston Villa in 2018. The Villains had failed to achieve promotion back to the Premier League, and their financial constraints at the time meant that they had to sell their best players. Daniel Levy saw an opportunity, and he tabled a bid of £3 million plus Josh Onoma. That, unsurprisingly, was rejected by Villa. Spurs slowly upped their bids, but by the time they could offer a big fee, Villa had found new investors and they were no longer in need of cash. Tottenham's final offer of £25 million was also turned down. Then Aston Villa boss Steve Bruce publicly claimed in August 2018, as per The Athletic, "We were in such a bad position financially that if Tottenham had done their work early, then I'm sure Jack would have been a Tottenham player." Tottenham Hotspur are reportedly in a battle with West Ham United over a deal to sign Fiorentina striker Moise Kean, as per GiveMeSport. After letting Harry Kane leave the club ahead of last season, the Lily-Whites initially didn't hire anyone to replace the Englishman before purchasing Dominic Solanke for a club record fee last summer. The Englishman started his life slowly for Spurs before sustaining an injury. He has been out for almost 2 months but is close to returning. Richarlison has been the backup centre-forward option, but the Brazilian has continued to struggle with fitness problems in recent seasons. As a result, Son Heung-min played several games in the number 9 position. Tottenham signed Mathys Tel from Bayern Munich in the winter window to add depth to the attack, but he has joined on loan and could return to his parent club at the end of this season. Now, GiveMeSport report that Tottenham have started looking at options to sign a new striker this summer and have expressed their interest in Kean, having been impressed by his performances in Serie A this season. Spurs have asked to be kept informed about the striker's situation, and he has a £44 million release clause in his current contract, with his existing deal set to run until 2029. However, Spurs aren't alone in this race, as Newcastle and West Ham are also keen on luring him away from Stadio Artemio Franchi. The Hammers have been exploring the striker options in recent times as they want to refresh their ageing centre-forward department. They hired Evan Ferguson from Brighton and Hove Albion in the winter window, but he has joined on a loan deal. The Irishman hasn't been playing regularly at London Stadium, so he might return to the Seagulls this summer. Kean has been in excellent form this season, scoring 19 goals and registering 2 assists in all competitions. He previously failed in the Premier League during his time with Everton. Therefore, the Italian might be open to returning to England to prove his worth. Kean has looked a more mature player this season and could be a shrewd acquisition for Tottenham or West Ham if either club purchase him. Tyler Dibbling is sold on Tottenham Hotspur's project in a massive step forward for Ange Postecoglou and Daniel Levy to bring the Southampton winger to the club this summer, according to GiveMeSport sources. The 19-year-old English starlet is one of the Premier League's most coveted young talents, who has been superb for the Saints on the right wing. His impressive breakout season has caught the eye of several English top-flight clubs, including the Lily-Whites, Manchester United, Aston Villa and Newcastle United. Dibbling is expected to leave Southampton amid the club's likely relegation, which paves the way for Postecoglou and Levy to make their move. The St Mary's outfit have slapped a £50 million price tag on their academy graduate, but Spurs are confident a deal can be agreed at £35 million. Tottenham is becoming an increasingly attractive club for youngsters looking to either make the step up in their careers or earn more game time. Archie Gray, 18, arrived from Leeds United last summer for around £30 million, while after much convincing, Mathys Tel, 19, joined on loan from Bayern Munich in January with a view to a permanent £45 million deal. Dibbling is similarly held in high regard amid being a shining light in a dismal return to the Premier League for Southampton. He operates mainly on the right but can drop inside as a number 10 in a similar fashion to Cole Palmer at Chelsea. GiveMeSport senior correspondent Ben Jacobs explained why Dibbling is keen on Tottenham, writing, "Spurs have already made contact with Dibbling's camp and believe he is sold on the project, while there is also confidence that Ange Postecoglou is the right manager to further develop his game." Postecoglou hasn't been afraid to use youth this season, especially due to the various injury setbacks his side have suffered. Lucas Bergvall, 18, has been a prominent member of his midfield team, and he's also handed game time to Mikey Moore, 17. That's it for today's update. If you like the video and want to keep up with everything Tottenham, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for our latest content. Remember to give this video a thumbs up and share it with other Spurs fans. Let's build our Tottenham News Today community together. Thanks for watching. And as always, come on you Spurs.